Hi, and welcome to this review of polynomials. Today we are going to dive into the topic of adding and subtracting them. A polynomial can be a monomial, such as 3x squared, a binomial, such as 3x squared minus 4x, or a trinomial, such as 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. Working with polynomials is not just a skill we need to master for algebra class. We see polynomials used in real-world situations all the time. Economists use polynomials to model economic growth patterns. Medical researchers use polynomials to describe growth patterns of bacterial colonies. And roller coaster designers use polynomials to graph out the design of a ride. But before we jump into the process of adding and subtracting polynomials, it is important to remember how to simplify polynomials. The process for this revolves around the skill of combining like terms. When we combine like terms, we are essentially combining or consolidating all of the terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. For example, let's quickly look at this expression that needs to be simplified. Negative 5x squared plus 5x minus 2x squared minus 8x plus 11 minus x minus 15. In order to simplify this expression, we need to combine terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. This means we are going to combine all of the terms that contain x squared, all of the terms that contain x, and all of the terms that are constants, which means they have no variable. With each section simplified, we can rewrite our expression as negative 7x squared minus 4x minus 4. Now that we have a solid foundation with the process of simplifying expressions, we can move into the process of adding and subtracting polynomials. Let's add these two polynomials together. The first thing we need to do here is simplify all like terms from both sides. Here we have an x cubed and a negative x cubed. Then we have a 2x squared and a negative 3x squared and an 8x and a 2x. Now we can combine these terms and the result will be our answer. So x cubed minus x cubed is 0, so there's nothing left. 2x squared minus 3x squared gives us negative x squared. And 8x plus 2x gives us 10x. So our final answer is negative x squared plus 10x. Let's try an example where we have to distribute a negative sign into our second set of grouping symbols. In this example, we will need to remember that when you subtract a negative from a negative, the minus sign flips and becomes a positive. So for example, negative 6 minus negative 9 equals positive 3. All right, let's subtract these two polynomials. First, just like before, let's combine our like terms so we can simplify them. So we have negative 6x cubed minus 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus negative 4x squared, which turns into plus 4x squared. Over here we have no x term, so 0 minus negative 3x, which turns into plus 3x. Minus 3, minus 1. So when we combine negative 6x cubed minus 2x cubed, we get negative 8x cubed. Plus 5x squared plus 4x squared gives you plus 9x squared. Plus 3x. And minus 3 minus 1 gives you minus 4. So our final answer is negative 8x cubed plus 9x squared plus 3x minus 4. It is helpful to know that when you write your answer, it is considered to be in proper form when the exponents are arranged by descending powers. For example, x cubed and then x squared and then x and then your constant. So if our answer produced was 5x plus 3 plus 8x squared minus x cubed, we would want to rearrange this so that it's written as negative x cubed plus 8x squared plus 5x plus 3. Okay, before we go, try out a couple of example problems on your own. Here's the first one. Pause the video and see what answer you get. Okay, let's look at it together. First, you should have combined like terms, so let's do that. So we have 7 minus 4, and then 3x squared minus 2x squared, plus 9x cubed minus 2x cubed plus x plus 6x. When we put these pieces together, we get 7 minus 4 is 3, plus 3x squared minus 2x squared is x squared, plus 9x cubed minus 2x cubed is plus 7x cubed, and then plus x plus 6x is plus 7x. But in proper form, we would need to rearrange it, so it'll be written as this: 7x cubed plus x squared plus 7x plus 3. Let's try one more. Pause the video and see if you can subtract these two polynomials. Think you got it? Let's take a look. First, let's combine the like terms. So we have 14 minus a negative 8 turns into plus 8, plus 9x minus 8x plus 2x cubed minus negative 6x cubed turns into plus 6x cubed plus x squared minus negative 5x squared turns into plus 5x squared. Then we're going to add our terms. So 14 plus 8 is 22, plus 9x minus 8x is x, 2x cubed plus 6x cubed is plus 8x cubed, and x squared plus 5x squared is 6x squared. Finally, we need to rearrange this into proper form. So in proper form, this would look like 8x cubed plus 6x squared plus x plus 22. All right, that's all for this review. Thanks for watching and happy studying.